Hey, and welcome back. This is Jeremy, and today we're going to be trying to compare strings. If you probably noticed from the last video, we kind of just dealt with numbers, and you might have been thinking like, well, how do we compare strings? Well, if you remember, a string actually is part of it as an object, so it's a little bit different to compare them. You just can't say does name equal name. It doesn't really work that way, and it'd be nice if it did. Actually, it'd be really easy if it did. So it's a reference variable containing the address of the object that it represents. So somewhere in memory you have like Jeremy equals 000111100, and then you might have another Jeremy that equals 11111000. It means nothing. You're like, well, okay, that's kind of crazy. So to do this, we're going to use what is called the equals method, and it helps out to compare two different strings together. So let's go ahead and let's close this out, and we're going to make a new project, and we're going to call this what should I call this? Compare strings. Compare strings. All right, so let's close that. New class, and I guess we call it the same compare strings. I'm not sure what else to really name it at the moment, so it sounds good. Like always, class header. This is our main method. Alright, so public static void main string args. Here soon I'll show you a shortcut to do some of this stuff, but for now we're just going to keep on typing it manually, just muscle memory. Just keep doing it over and over and over again. Okay, so we're going to make two strings. So I'm going to say string, we call name equals Jeremy. Alright. Oops. If I close it out, and we're going to make another string called name2. We're going to assign it the same string of Jeremy. Okay, so we got two variables, name and name2. So we'll do an if statement. We'll say if the first name, this is where the equals method comes in, is dot equals name2. Oops, name2. So if this produces a true statement, or if these both equal each other, let's just say we'll do a printout of true. We'll say true. Oops. This is true. But if it isn't, we will print out not true. Save. Okay. Let's hit run. And it's true, because we're comparing these two strings together. Does this string equal this string? And it's true. That's the equals method. So like I said, it would have been really nice if we could just type in this. I mean, it looks fine. I mean, we're not getting any errors from our editor. Looks like it was seeing work. We'll see what happens. Okay, as you can see that I just did this equals, and it does turn out to be true. Now, I did pause the video to do a little bit of back research on this to try to figure out why is this true, or why did it come up true, because when I learned how to do this, this would equal false. Now, I think what it is, it has to do with the newer version of Java that I'm using. Excuse me. So, from what I've read, this will work some of the time. So this is not a good way to do it. The dot equals method, here I'll put a comment, the dot equals method is the better way to do this, so you won't have to worry about it failing on you. So this way is a bad way to do it, because like I said, it only works some of the time. So what happens, it it uses a string pool where it tries to reuse memory references that are commonly used by these strings. So the example that they were showing to so that it's not true is to do something like this. So we're going to say string name equals new string. So remember, string is an object, so we can do it this way. It's just fine. Okay, and new string. Now this is my first time trying this, so this should equal not true. Yeah, so this is not true because we're no longer in that, I guess, that pool area where everything just kind of lives. Because I'm creating two separate objects. An object named Jeremy, or excuse me, an object called name, and an object called name 2. Now, granted, they both have the same value of Jeremy in each one of them, but they're not exactly the same. Now, if I were to use the dot equals here, dot equal equals name 2, this should validate true. Yes, and so this is true. So this is correct. Sorry about the little bit about the confusion. Like I said, this is a lot of stuff that I've learned a while ago. So I do apologize. I hope I did explain it the best I could. I'm going to add in the source that I found. Well, this was the easier source to read. That talks about comparing the two object strings versus the equals and the equals to method. So hope I explained this the best I could. I really did try. So until then, if you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. I really do appreciate them. Hope you like it. Subscribe. You guys have a great day. We'll see you. Peace.